Ever pondered the significance of threat modeling in ethical hacking? Well, it's a critical component that shouldn't be overlooked. Threat modeling is a proactive approach to cybersecurity that helps identify potential threats and vulnerabilities early in the development process. It's like a roadmap, guiding ethical hackers through the complex landscape of potential security risks. This way, they can focus on the most impactful threats, pinpointing vulnerabilities before they become a problem. Imagine building a house without a blueprint. You could miss crucial elements, right? Similarly, without threat modeling, you could overlook key vulnerabilities, leaving your system exposed. By identifying these potential issues ahead of time, you can save not just hours, but days, even weeks of effort, not to mention the financial savings. Threat modeling isn't just about finding vulnerabilities, it's about understanding them, so you can develop robust defenses. Understanding the significance of threat modeling can surely enhance the effectiveness of your ethical hacking skills. But what exactly is threat modeling, and why is it so crucial? Threat modeling, to put it simply, is a systematic approach that ethical hackers and cybersecurity professionals use to understand potential threats, vulnerabilities, and risks within a system or application. It's like a roadmap that guides us on a journey through the landscape of potential security threats, helping us anticipate and prepare for the possible bumps and pitfalls along the way. In the realm of ethical hacking, threat modeling plays an indispensable role. It's the process that allows us to peek into the future and foresee the potential risks that a system or application may face. It's about asking ourselves, what could possibly go wrong? And then preparing for those scenarios. This helps us to stay one step ahead of the bad guys, ensuring the safety and integrity of our systems and data. But threat modeling is not just about predicting the future. It's also about devising strategies and plans to mitigate these potential threats. It's a proactive approach, a kind of preemptive strike against potential security breaches. Instead of waiting for a threat to materialize and then reacting, we're getting ahead of the curve, taking action before the threat even occurs. This is where the true power of threat modeling lies. It's not just a defensive tactic, but an offensive strategy as well. By predicting and preparing for potential threats, we can take proactive measures to strengthen our systems, making them less vulnerable and more resilient against attacks. In a world where cyber threats are evolving and multiplying at an alarming rate, threat modeling has become an essential tool in the arsenal of every cybersecurity enthusiast. It's not just about understanding the threats that we're up against, but also about learning how to fight back, how to protect our systems and data in the face of these threats. So threat modeling is not just about predicting threats, but also about implementing strategies to mitigate them. Now that you grasp the essence of threat modeling, it's time to delve into its step-by-step process. Our journey through this complex yet fascinating landscape consists of 4 main stages: defining system requirements, creating an architectural overview, identifying threats, and creating a threat profile. First off, we start by defining system requirements. It's the process of understanding what your system is designed to do and what data it will handle. It's crucial to know the ins and outs of your system, its functionality, and the data it processes. This step forms the bedrock upon which the rest of the threat modeling process is built. Next, we create an architectural overview. This is a high-level representation of your system, showing all the components and how they interact with each other. It's like a map guiding us through the system's landscape. The architectural overview helps us visualize the data flow, pinpoint areas of potential vulnerability, and understand how different parts of the system interact with each other. The third step is identifying potential threats. Here, we put on our detective hats and try to think like an attacker. What are the weak points in our system? Where could an attacker potentially gain unauthorized access? What are the possible attack vectors? This process involves brainstorming all possible threats, no matter how unlikely they may seem. Finally, we create a threat profile. This is a comprehensive document that outlines each threat, its potential impact, and the system's vulnerabilities that it could exploit. The threat profile helps us prioritize the threats based on their potential impact and likelihood of occurrence. These 4 steps form a continuous, iterative process. As your system evolves and changes, so too should your threat model. Regularly revisiting and updating your threat model ensures that it remains relevant and effective. By following these steps, you can create an effective threat model that will help you anticipate and mitigate potential threats. Let's recap the key points about threat modeling. This engaging exercise is a crucial part of cybersecurity and ethical hacking, providing a proactive approach to understanding potential threats and vulnerabilities. It's not just about identifying what could go wrong, but also about determining how it could go wrong and what actions can be taken to prevent it. Threat modeling, in essence, is a structured process enabling us to visualize and understand an attacker's perspective. It's about asking the right questions. Who would want to attack our system? What valuable assets could they target? How might they go about it? And most importantly, how can we stop them? Creating a threat model involves several steps. First, we have to understand the system, including its components, interactions, and data flow. This is akin to drawing a map of your digital environment. Second, we identify potential threats. This involves considering a wide range of sources, including known vulnerabilities, past incidents, and potential attack vectors. Third, we assess these threats, ranking them based on factors such as likelihood and potential impact. This helps us prioritize our efforts and resources. Lastly, we develop strategies to mitigate these threats. This could involve patching vulnerabilities, implementing additional security measures, or even redesigning certain aspects of the system. Threat modeling plays a pivotal role in proactive security. It's not just about responding to incidents after they occur, but preventing them in the first place. Its benefits in ethical hacking are numerous, enabling hackers to identify vulnerabilities before malicious actors do, and to develop strategies to protect systems against potential attacks. The process of threat modeling isn't a one-time activity. Rather, it's a continuous process of understanding, identifying, assessing, and mitigating threats. As systems evolve and new threats emerge, your threat model must also adapt. With this knowledge, you're one step closer to becoming an effective ethical hacker. Remember, threat modeling isn't a one-time activity, but a continuous process to ensure the security of your systems.